All right, in Kara's Cures, we're inspiring you to take control of your health through movement, mindfulness, and nutrition.
Kim Newman-Savino from the Revival Room is here now, and she's here to talk about the importance of breath work. I guess the first thing I want to ask is, there has to be a proper way and an improper way to breathe, right?
Well, I think breathing is part of our everyday
right,
experience,
you just do it.
right? We just do it. But I think when you're doing intentional breath work, right, really breathing in fully and breathing out fully is where you're going to get the most benefit.
Breathe, so like breathe in through your nose or through your mouth?
Through your nose,
through
yeah.
your
So you
nose?
breathe in through the nose, you fill the belly, you let the ribs expand, and you breathe all the way up into your lungs.
Okay, and then are you supposed to hold it for a certain period of time? Or
So breath retention is something that you can practice, but a lot of people don't find it very comfortable to start out. So we generally work up to that.
Just breathe.
Yep, deep, full breaths.
So when people say, you know, first of all, if you're in the middle of being angry and mad, it's probably not, if people say just breathe, that's like usually not the best time to learn that.
Right.
It's more practicing, but it's also, we all want to, you know, improve our metabolism, and you do it at both levels. So this improves not only our stress levels, but our digestion.
Oh yes, absolutely. So we need to be in a parasympathetic state to properly digest food. So when we're in that sympathetic fight or flight state, right, that does nothing good for our digestion, which is going to do nothing good for our energy and our moods. So being in a parasympathetic state allows you to break down food properly. So I always suggest, you know, breathing fully, taking 5 deep breaths before you eat to help put you in that parasympathetic state.
Okay, so 5 deep breaths before you eat.
Yeah.
That's something I can definitely do.
Right? And that's a great thing to remember, because a lot of people are like, you know, I've even done stories with people like you would say, you know, and I do this, put breath on your to-do list, because when you're looking at to-do list, it reminds you, oh, I should take a breath.
Right.
Every time you know, you can pair it with when my phone goes off, but pairing with eating is something we do every day. So just 5 deep belly breaths.
Yeah,
so
5 deep belly
people will
breaths.
say, well, they want to know they're doing it right. So just tell us once more, like, how do we know we're doing the deep belly breath right?
When you feel your belly really expand, right, and then fully release. So you can always just take your hands on your belly. That way you know you're going to hit that vagus nerve, which is going to send you into that parasympathetic state. So if you just let your hands come onto your belly and then take a deep breath and fill the belly, let it expand into your hands.
I need an extra hand. My belly's so big after this weekend.
And then exhale. And then inhale. And exhale.
And it really is like, I say, I already feel more calm and I can hear my voice coming down. But it really is hacking your nervous system, right? Because when we get really nervous and we don't know what to do, if you can think of that you're actually like flipping a calm switch. Like when we start breathing consciously, your body's just going to start calming down.
Absolutely. Like I said, it just shifts you into that parasympathetic state, rest and digest. And like you said, you feel it almost immediately. That's why people do say, just take a deep breath, just breathe. Or when something scares you, you know,
you go.
And we immediately take a deep breath, right?
Right.
Which helps to put us into that state. We
So,
should practice it when we're pumping gas.
How did you?
That's like really during all mundane tasks.
That's a really good point, Kim.
Yes.
Think of how many breaths you can take while you fill your $100 tank.
Exactly.
How did you become so? Did something happen in your life, or you just said, you know, that you all of a sudden became this expert on this? I think it's fascinating.
Yeah, I mean, yes, I've had my trauma that led me to this path, but actually I was getting tension headaches in high school, and my pediatrician, my doctor at the time, said, it's tension headaches, start meditation. And I was like, come on. He's like, no, really, it is. And I went to my first yoga class that week, and it literally transformed my life and brought me here. And now I have seen the benefits of doing breath work every day, every morning. For 7 years, I haven't missed a day. And it's literally transformed how I interact in my day. Like, it's allows me to be calm and present. It allows me to, I think, properly digest my food.
Right.
But it allows me to just show up in the world in a different way. So it's super important.
I'd like to show up in a different way sometimes.
Not
all the time, but
And
sometimes.
your therapist, you've been very open, has been telling you about meditation, but people get
my
afraid of that word.
He's like, you have to do it.
Absolutely.
Even if it's like 8 minutes a day with a guided meditation. So he's like, so I'm gonna
You'll
start.
see the benefits, like not just in the moment, but over time.
And you can start small, you said, with those 5 deep breaths as you're eating, but tell us your routine in the morning. If someone just wants to copy what you're doing, like, you know, or at least a beginner's way, what do we do in the morning if we want to do breath work in the morning?
Yeah, so What my practice has transformed, but it started with 3 sun salutations, which is a yoga move, right? So saluting the sun, and then I added on 3 minutes of meditation. And over the years, I've shifted and grown, but it's pretty long right now. I would recommend starting with 3 minutes, honestly. Just 3 minutes.
Just 3 minutes.
Yep, sitting down and intentionally closing your eyes and being with your body, being with your breath. It's going to transform everything.
And when I do that, my mind wanders to 16 different places, and my therapist is always like, bring it back to the breath. Just concentrate, and your mind is going to wander. That's exactly what it's supposed to do, but bring it back.
Yes.
So I'm learning to do that, but I'm like, I keep thinking it's wrong for the mind to wander, and he's like, no, it's not wrong. You just keep bringing it back, and that'll calm you.
Yeah, so I think we have this idea that we need to be these monks, isolated in a cave and totally free of all thought. No, we're human. We're gonna have thoughts coming in, and you're finding an anchor that works for you. So whether it's the breath, whether it's sound, whether it's even just tapping your fingers, can be a good anchor for people. And let those thoughts come in and just name it. Thinking, and go back to your anchor.
Yep. Okay.
It really does over time make a huge difference.
I gotta.
And very similar to, sometimes with the mantra, like Dr. Saunders has been on, she also said only 3 minutes, and she shared her mantra with, I'm okay, I'm loved, or I'm safe. So whatever you want to cultivate in your life. I love the I am safe one, because I think when I'm really revved, something about just holding my heart and saying, I'm safe, I'm safe. And that calms our nervous system too, right? Holding our belly and our heart.
Yes, and connecting to your heart. That's another thing breath work does, right? It changes your brain. So it changes how your anxiety levels, stress levels, it changes your thought patterns.
Well, I think we're going to have to breathe right into our next segment.
There you go.
So good to see you, Kim.
Yeah, so good to be here. Thank you.
Excellent.
Thanks, Kim.
For more information, you can visit therevivalroom.com or on Facebook and Instagram at Revive Yoga and Fitness.